Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome and welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here, and today we're going to be doing a timeless reading. I haven't used these two decks for a minute, so here we are. We're going to check it out and see what messages need to come through them for this message. Now, a timeless reading does mean that no matter when you come across this message, regardless of date or time, and it resonates with you, though, it is for you, all right? As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers, and to the amazing channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, did those quite a few extra little shuffles for those for my deck here. I do have another deck that I'm going to, I think I've been holding off on it for months, probably even 6 months I've had it done. As it hasn't felt right to use it just yet. I haven't got the, I've been getting the nudges quite a bit, but something has been holding me back from using it. Spirit's been telling me, Kat, it's time, it's been time for a long time. And for some reason, I haven't used it yet, so we'll see when that one is going to debut. I don't know. I have quite a few. I don't know. I think I have like 20 of my own decks. I should actually go on and create them so that you guys can buy them if you wanted to, huh? That's an idea. I might do. I have to get actual internet, though, because I don't have internet just yet. I just haven't committed to it, so what is it that you're not committing to? Maybe that's the thing here, Aquarius. I haven't committed to getting actual internet, although I know it would benefit me. Yep. Well, this one's just calling me out. I feel attacked here, Aquarius. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna feel called out too. You haven't really got to, but yeah. This one might just be calling you out, Aquarius. It's calling me out. Interesting. All right. What are you? Okay. Whew. All right. Straight up. First thing. Triggers are meant to show you. You see? Feeling a bit attacked here? Mm-hmm. I know I am feeling a bit called out. Triggers. What triggers are coming through, Aquarius? What have you been feeling triggered? How have you been feeling triggered? Where have you been feeling triggered? Is it at the grocery store? Did somebody say something that you felt like all of a sudden like this feeling come up inside you in your stomach or in your heart? And you're like, ah, and you just want to scream, right? Or you just want to start telling somebody what you think or telling them off in a not very nice way. Aquarius, what is it? What is it? Notice where those triggers come up. Notice what's happening. Notice what's being said. Notice how you feel. Now you see my voice is starting to get this funny raspiness around it. Okay. So what is it that this trigger is showing you? What is it inside of you that is allowing yourself to be triggered or causing you to be triggered for whatever is going on? Now, not everything is the same or a similar even type of trigger. Somebody could say something and you could be just fine, and or you could find it kind of comical or even soothing, right? And then somebody else could say something similar or even exactly the same and it's triggers you, like you snap, right? What is it within that person or within the experience, within the event, within the situation, right? What is it that is kind of triggering you or setting you off? Because once you figure that out, Aquarius, once you understand the message or what you're meant to see or what's trying to be shown to you, being highlighted, illuminated for you, then you open up a whole new world. Okay, understanding those triggers, looking at those triggers, seeing what those triggers are trying to show you, or where you can heal in those spaces where wounds might still be, where there might be some irritation, some infection even, if you will. Hopefully you get what I'm putting out there, right? Is going to be monumental for you. Okay, now a lot of times, again, Yeah. A lot of times we choose not to look at or become aware of our triggers, Aquarius. Oh, yeah, we pretend they're not there. We pretend they don't happen. We don't notice when we're acting like a jack ASS or we're acting like an ASS hole, right? Yeah, so one of the first things may be somebody else calling you out, but also, Aquarius, you need to get to a point when those triggers are coming up where you can call yourself out because that trigger has nothing actually to do with the other person. Shut your mouth. I know, Kat. Wow. Mind blown. It has nothing to do with the other person. You are the one being triggered. It has everything to do with you. And we tend to not want to see them. We tend to not want to look at them. We tend to not want to yeah, let's pretend that's not there. That's too rough. That's too hard. I don't want to know. What is it? Nope, nope, nope. Shove, shove, shove. Yo, yo, yo. Push, push, push. Right? Yeah. So for those of you that are in that space of being aware, looking at, understanding, letting go of, transmuting, moving on to the other side of, right? It is going to take strength and courage. Okay. It is going to take strength and courage. You are going to need to be so graceful and compassionate with yourself, but not only with yourself, with the other people, because those triggers aren't coming up because of something that somebody else did. Again, those triggers are coming out because of something inside of you. So be compassionate with yourself, Aquarius. And in those moments when that trigger gets the best of you, take a deep breath. If you can, still within that moment, apologize if you catch it in time, right? If you catch it in time, be compassionate and graceful with yourself. When you become aware of it, you can do something about it. Okay? This is going to take some strength to look at those triggers head on, figure out what they're trying to show you, why they're coming up, why they're showing up, and what you can do about it, where those wounds are, what you need to heal, and do the work. Whew. Yep, feeling that. I'm feeling it. Ah. Okay, next card is oh, settling gets you nowhere. You see? Feeling attacked. Yeah, feeling attacked. Settling gets you nowhere, Aquarius. See? Where is it that you might have been settling? Where is it that you could be expanding, growing, evolving, and you're not? You're staying same old, status quo, right? It's not getting you anywhere. Settling, whether you're settling for a job that's just not going anywhere. Maybe you've gone all the way up. Maybe there's no room for upward growth. Maybe you've done it all. If you're staying in a relationship, settling, it's good enough. Yeah, it's good enough. Just gonna stay here, bury my head in the sand. Yikes. Yeah. Settling for doing more at a job and not getting paid for it, like the boss or your manager or somebody keeps piling on, piling on, piling on, piling on top of you. Your plate is overflowing. It's so full, overflow. Aquarius, it's so full. You need 3 more plates, and then still it would be overflowing, right? Right? And yet you just continue to do it. You don't speak up. You don't say anything. You just settle for it and you don't ask for a raise. You figure, oh, well, if I'm doing my job well, they're going to notice and they're going to pay me more. Not on the other side, right? Where it's, okay, well, if we can keep piling on, Aquarius, and not have to pay them more, if we can keep them here longer and not have to pay them more, if we can do this, if we can do that, or not have to pay overtime, right? Why not do it? Let's take advantage. No, Aquarius, no. Stop settling. It's not getting you anywhere, okay? It is not. It is not. It is not, okay? Now, with these two together, the triggers are meant to show you, and settling gets you nowhere. That's pretty power-packed information coming through here. Could be pretty painful, too. I mean, getting called out. Called out. Again, I feel it. I'm right here with you. Feel attacked too here, because or am I settling? I talked about some of it at the beginning. Okay, yeah. Now with that, you have the 6 of Cups. Bam, can't make it up. Okay, 6 of Cups. Some of you are like in this place of you know, reminiscing, thinking back to times when it was good or something was good, and then thinking that you're not worthy of it anymore, potentially, right? Some of you may be like, well, I'm not any longer. You got the Eight of Swords here. I'm not any longer in that place, right? I'm trapped in this new place. And I'm just going to keep staying here because you know what? It feels comfortable. It feels, you know, I've been doing this for a minute, right? Even though I'm fearful about what's going on, even though I know that I could do much better, even though I know in whatever capacity, not saying, right? It's not in a egotistical way or in a narcissistic way. It's just in this, you know, I know that I'm meant for something else. I know I'm meant for something better. I know that I have it in me. I know I can do it, right? But, you know, holding on to potentially something from the past or seeing with that Six of Cups, right? But then also being fearful. What if I don't add up? What if, you know, whatever I did back then, the achievements, this and that, what if that was the height, right? What if that was the height? What if I can't do better? What if I, you know, there's like this energy of paralysis, like fear, holding back, staying, right? With that Eight of Swords. There's this restriction, but it's your own restriction you're placing on yourself because you've decided to settle. You've decided to put limits on yourself, to tell yourself that this is it. I'm not going any further, right? And or you're being triggered, and every time you're triggered, instead of looking at becoming aware, you're like, damn that person, damn that situation, it's all their fault. They did this. Instead of taking responsibility or becoming aware and learning and seeing what being shown to you, okay? Whew, I don't know if I can take another one. Okay, but out of breath. Catch the flashes of insight and inspiration, Aquarius. These ones are kind of coming through a little hard to see, aren't they? I've got to hold it all the way back for that to come through. Interesting. They're all silver. Also, they're all silver in the coloring. And if you look at them, they start out, we're going to show this here. They start out kind of bright, and then they go a little bit, it goes, right? It's like the pen or the marker that I was using was pretty good. It was like it was brand new, and then it was kind of in between, kind of good, but not so great. And then it's almost as if it's out of ink. So within the triggers and the settling, of course, when you get to those flashes of insight and inspiration, they're going to potentially be kind of dim. Okay? There's a potential that they're going to be kind of dim. Right? After like taking responsibility, looking into stepping up, figuring out where you might be being triggered or settling or whatever this may be, you might feel as if that insight or that inspiration isn't actually coming. Maybe you're missing it because it's so light compared to these. Like these are like screaming, right? These are calling you out. These are up at the surface. These are like, dang, showing up, showing up, showing up, feeling like they're attacking you or you're being attacked nonstop. And then these little flashes of insight or inspiration are like fleeting and few and far in between. At least that's how it feels. But Aquarius Spirit is indicating that when you start to heal these, when you start to look at these, when you become aware, when you stop, settling, when you really step up and realize how much you bring to the table, Aquarius, when you look at those triggers, what they're trying to show you, what they're working to show you, and you become aware of the wounds and begin to heal those, right? Look at it. What is it? Why? What's going on here? These get to become brighter and more noticeable, okay? That's why this came out in the way it did. Isn't it amazing how spirit shows up? How spirit brings some messages through. It's coming through in this way, Aquarius, so that you can see these might seem like they're the bright, shiny ones right now, okay? But as you work on these, as you, find out the messages, as you realize that this isn't getting you nowhere as far as settling goes, right? This is going to start being that flash. You're going to start seeing that. It's going to start showing up more. You're not going to feel as triggered. You're not going to feel like you're settling. You're going to start going out and going after life, right? Going after life. And those flashes catching those flashes of insight and inspiration, they're going to begin to build upon each other, stack upon each other like building blocks. They're going to continue to build and build and build until these become very small, because you've worked with them, you've worked on them, you worked through them, right? You've healed, or you're healing, or you're in the process of, right? They don't need to be as loud, or they don't need to call you out, or they don't need to create this energy of kind of attack mode, or where you're feeling attacked. They don't need to do that anymore, because you've been working on them. You're looking at them. You're paying attention to them. You're, healing them, or transmuting them, or moving the energy, or shifting, or, right? You're doing the work here. So this doesn't need to be as bright and flashy. Now this gets to come in and be that bright and flashy, those insights, that inspiration, what it is you could be doing. Like if I hold these straight up like they're meant to be, these ones you can see, right? But this one barely. And it may just be the way that I'm here. But to me, like this one is barely visible, but these two are super bright, right? But if I move it back, then you can see that one. In the very near future, Aquarius, as you continue to do the work and take responsibility, and this is going to like flash where these ones won't even be noticeable or even recognizable, because they'll be shifting themselves and changing and healing and transmuting, Aquarius. So you do the work and you get the reward, okay? Wow, do the work and you get the reward. Interesting. Okay, now then you also have the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. No, wrong. Scratch that. You have the Seven of Cups. Excuse me, the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting how that came through? So some of you with that Seven of Cups, you've got a lot of choices, okay? There's a lot of choices. You've got a lot of different things. You can pour into many different cups, all right? You can pour into many different cups. You don't have to, just stay with one. There's a lot of things that'll be coming through. And look, there's an artist, there's pouring into the cups that looks like a sculpture around. There's beautiful energy around. This is that inspiration. These are those insights. That's the many choices, many options that open up to you, Aquarius. Okay? And they're ready to open up. They're ready to open up, right? But if you continue to settle, or if you continue staying in that space of those triggers, right, and not really becoming aware and not being responsible, it's a potential that this could turn into temptation, right? Being tempted to go after the things that are not beneficial for you still, okay? So you got a choice to make here, right? There's a lot of choices, a lot of potentials, a lot of opportunities, feeling, right? Pouring into several different cups here, Aquarius, in the most beautiful possible, positive, inspirational way. Or you're pouring into a lot of cups and not getting anything achieved, right? Wow, big, right? Now the Eight of Pentacles energy is this energy of really allowing yourself to develop into the person that you're meant to be, right? Investing in yourself. And that's what this is going to take, right? For you to invest in yourself. Once you're healing, once you're transmuting energy, once you're moving energy out, once you're no longer, being triggered, or you're catching the triggers. Because sometimes, even though it's like peeling back the layers of an onion, right? Sometimes we can get them triggers. Ooh, dang, we did so good. We're doing so great. We're self-improvement, investing in ourselves. We're self-love. We're committed to it, and right, doing all the things. And then something comes out of the blue and smacks us, and we're like, dang, that triggered the F out of me, right? Yeah, but being committed. So once you catch that, right, it's never ending, but it does get less and it does get easier. Sometimes we go backwards too. I mean, Aquarius, but those flashes of insight and inspiration, right? These both cards are of commitment, inspiration, right? Pouring into many different cups, seeing the opportunities, right? This will get brighter and brighter and shinier, and you're going to want to reach for this instead of going back to either one of these. So good. I love it. Okay. I love it. I am here for this. I'm here for the accountability, the responsibility. I am here for it. All right. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.